G'day guys, today I'm going to be talking about how we got the Star Seller badge, some tips to help you get it too if you haven't got it yet. It's a new feature of Etsy that came in on the 1st of September and you've probably noticed it by now. It's that purple Star Seller badge that goes with certain shops. And I have noticed that there is actually quite a lot of popular shops that don't tend to have it. So I'm going to show you how you can make sure your shop gets it. So if you're new to 7 Days of Money, I just got to tell you a couple of things. One, g'day, I'm Ali, I'm an Australian. I started my print on demand on Etsy the start of January. It is now September and we have just kicked over 30 grand US dollars in revenue. That is not profit. So look, it's really exciting and I've been documenting the journey on here. So if you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you. So first off, this screenshot was taken near the end of August and we had a 99% message response rate. You've got to get over 95%. The next one is the 5-star ratings. So you have to be over 95% there, and then on-time dispatch and tracking. So that's what we were sitting at. So all of those, we got the ticks. So we got the Star Seller badge. But if you're really new, I've got a other little shop where I sell some cards, which I did years ago, but I've just kind of got it going along on the side. And as you can see here, it actually doesn't qualify. So you need to have at least 10 orders. And here, this is Australian dollars, but you need at least $350. And as you can see, for the last 3 months, I've made $17. So this is my handmade shop. So you have to meet those requirements too. All right, so let's start off with messages. So 99% we got for that, and 70 of those messages got an initial reply within the first 24 hours. To be really clear there, it is the initial reply. If you get into a conversation with someone and you don't reply for a while for whatever reason, it doesn't matter. It's that initial reply within the 24 hours. So when I was looking at this, I was actually really surprised to see that we missed one. And so I searched back to find where it was, and it was actually a custom order request. She wanted a particular occupation on her shirt and I had seen it, but I had not actioned it. I remember getting multiple messages that day and it just slipped through. So it was over a week before I got back to this lady once I noticed that. And so now we have a system where we mark it unread. So if you look at something and think, oh yeah, I'll get back to that, just mark it unread. Now what it's not going to do, and it says that over here, by marking it unread, it does not restart the clock. So you don't get another 24 hours for doing that, and it doesn't count as a reply, or it doesn't count a message that you've replied to as new again. So if you want to keep an eye on a message, you can mark it unread. So this business is something that my hubby and I both have parts in it. He does a lot of the customer service and I do a lot of the designing. And so that's how we've separated it. So whoever sees the message, if they haven't dealt with it, they mark it as unread. So do that for yourself. I really encourage that. That's a strategy to stop a message just going into the second page and you losing it. So like I said here, it has to be the initial message that's replied to within 24 hours or less, not ongoing conversations, and never what you mark as spam. So I haven't really been marking things as spam. I just reply. So I had a lady ask about a shirt and she sent me 2 messages regarding it. And I replied to both those messages. And in one of the messages, I said, please see my response in the other one. So tick, I've responded. All you have to do is type something. I had got another message from a lady, an influencer on Instagram, and she wanted me to send her a free sweatshirt. And for that, she would share to her 10,000 followers my sweatshirt that she liked. And she was also hoping for a discount code or a giveaway with another shirt or sweatshirt. So I actually went and checked out her Instagram page and had a bit of a look. And I noticed that her engagement was actually looked like an engagement loop. All the other ones were influencers and they were just very generic answers, and looking at a few of her messages, it was the same people saying the same thing. So I thought, no, we're not going to do that. Etsy is fantastic. Like, it does the work for you. It is an awesome search engine. So if someone types something in Etsy, they're gonna hopefully find it there. I don't need that influencer to bring it in. Having said that, of course, if someone wears a sweatshirt or a t-shirt and they tag on Etsy, and I've had some recently, we actually sold 10 sweatshirts for a particular occupation in 24 hours. And I was like, after we sold 4, I was like, okay, it must have been shared somewhere. So I went to the stats and I could see that 30 of them had come from Instagrams. Someone had shared it there. I didn't pay them. Do you know what? They just loved the design and wanted to share it with their friends. So the next thing is 5-star ratings. And I want to go in deep here because we made a massive change probably about 3 months ago, to be fair. So up until then, we hadn't actually been sending messages to people after they received their items. I wasn't really too confident in some of the designs. So to be honest, our first review was 5 stars, our second was 4 stars, and she complained about the size of the graphic. And I was like, okay, and she kind of did a photo, but it was really hard to kind of see. So I just let it go. I thought, you know what, if people aren't complaining, they are happy. And then we got this 3-star review. She complained about the sweatshirt being faded and not as crisp as what the mock-up looked like on Etsy. So I asked her to send me a photo, and to be honest, I was blown away with how good it looked, to be fair. Like, it had white writing on it, it was a dark heather grey sweatshirt, and it just popped. But I did learn a massive lesson, and that was that I had tried to get a little bit clever and use some hex codes for particular colours. They were probably just too fluoro-y, neon. That's just not what the print companies do. It was just out of their range. So I can do a whole video on that. So now I kind of tend to keep in the kind of central colours. I haven't had any problems with it. But I have definitely noticed with the fluoros and like really bright greens that it just doesn't show up. So I've stopped that fluoro stuff for sweatshirts, definitely. But it was at this time when we got the 3 stars that I thought, wait a minute, we're always going to have customers that complain. And as you can see there, we've got a 1 star. So someone is always going to complain. How can we counteract this? So I thought we need to get more 5 stars. There would be people that would be happy with their shirt that aren't actually leaving a review, that would be happy to if we asked them to. So I think with reviews, especially on like Google, you get your ones, you know, the restaurant reviews where they just hate it and they give like 1 star, complain all about the food. And then you've got your 5 stars that are like absolutely raving, like they are just ecstatic about their restaurant experience. But what about the people kind of in the middle that, you know, enjoyed their meal but then don't think about it again? So what we started doing was sending them a generic message, and it just is something like this. Hi, we use their name, so we personalize it. Hope your order showed up great. So that is giving them the opening for them to reply back and say the print was wrong, it looks faded, whatever they want to send there. And then in the next paragraph, I say about how we're a new shop, we're just getting started on Etsy's, and reviews really help us. We'd love it if you'd leave a review. This is how you do it. In Etsy, you need to click on yourself, then click on purchases in Etsy. And we are also trying to get more photos on our listings, and we'd be so grateful if you do that. Thanks again for your order from us. And guys, it was amazing how many reviews we started getting 5 stars. And as you can tell in that spiel, we do not say if you leave a review, then we'll give you a discount code. We don't do that. I'm pretty sure that's a violation of Etsy's policies, so we don't do that at all. But then if someone does leave a review, a 5-star review, then we reply with a discount code. And we initially started doing a 10% discount code, and now we've upped it to 20%. And so people are ecstatic. And do you know what? Same day, people will reorder again. I'm a big believer in getting return customers and not always chasing new customers. So the return customers, initially at the start of the year, they were buying t-shirts, then some of them have bought tank tops, and now they're onto sweatshirts. So one of our business's goals is to focus on the return customers. So that's how we do it. Hubby now does that part of the business. When I was initially sending some reviews, I would send it to everyone, and now we don't. You know, you need to give us a 5-star review if you want to get a discount code. If you don't do that, you don't get one. And we only personalize it if they leave a photo. And of course, like some of the photos we've got are amazing, and they just sell the shirts for us. So then we really personalize it. Wow, what an awesome photo, thank you. And then have that generic, here's your discount code, use it by a certain date. So that has been a big change for us. And then I wanted to talk to you about this 1 star. We cannot please all customers. So this 1 star is from a lady who bought one of our best seller t-shirts. So it is sold over 100 shirts now, and she complained. And I'm laughing about that because you can't please everyone. So what her complaint was is she wasn't happy with the shirt. She bought the wrong size, basically, was that she didn't view the size chart. She said every other size, whatever it is she got, fits me, this one doesn't. And we have our size chart quite clearly in the photos. We have a shop policy that has no cancellations, no exchanges, no returns. So she wanted to exchange it, and we explained, no, you couldn't do that. She wanted to return it. We're like, no, that's against our shop policies. And then I like to be kind, so I offered her a discount code, and she sent back a message, wow, great customer service. And I was like, are you being sarcastic? I did not write that. I just stopped engaging with her. She wrote a massive 1-star review complaining about each thing. But do you know what, guys? I have not replied to it, because if you read it, anyone who reads that will see that she is the one that has the problem. So I'm not getting involved in that. And you can clearly tell by her message that she talks about all the messages we sent between each other. So it's not like a review where she said, oh, they never contact me. It can clearly see that I've contacted her multiple times and replied to her messages. So we've left it there on the bestseller. And you know what, guys? We're still selling that best. So that's how we got the 1-star. The 3-star I've talked about. The 4 stars. There are some people that will never give you 5 stars. Even if they say shirt is quality, shipping was fast, they still gave us 4 stars. And then there's been others who've just given 4 stars and not written any comments. So what I'm focusing on is the 5 stars. And when you get photos of customers wearing your shirts and sweatshirts, they sell better, because they can see on a real life person what the design looks like. So I really encourage you to start sending messages to everyone once their item is delivered. So in detail, like I've gone through, the 5-star ratings is the percentage of your reviewed items that got a 5-star rating. So you need to bump that up. So send the messages. The last one is 100% on dispatch and tracking. So this is all kind of done for us. Printify does all this. I don't have to print postage labels from Etsy. You know, it's all done, so we've got 100% there. It does say 2 orders were missing tracking info, so that hasn't affected things. So with print on demand, they automatically are doing the shipping and the tracking. I definitely think it's a bit harder if you're doing handmade. Some of those items you won't have tracking on, so that's where it gets a bit tricky. But if you're doing print on demand, then Printify should be doing that for you. So guys, here's some more videos for you. I really encourage you, if you're just starting out on this journey, to invest in some good mock-ups. So I've got a mock-up video there. I've started using eRank to cut down on my research times, and I'm actually going to do a video really soon with your questions, just a bit of a question and answer video, but we're just a bit stretched at the moment. I'm in lockdown, so it's really difficult to have silence to film. So thanks heaps for watching, guys. Any questions, leave them below. Bye.